There's nothing like a calm morning on Lake Ontario. There was a brisk offshore wind that day, and it kind of messed with my audio. I was talking to the camera as I fished, but I don't know how much of the audio I'm going to be able to use. Didn't take me long to get into them though. There's one. Oh, boy, one of those days. That lost fish didn't bother me too much because I knew I'd get another shot at him soon. This wasn't a huge fish, so I kind of horsed it up to the surface. We call it icebreaker. So we start off our drift by tossing out our drift bags, otherwise known as drift socks or sea anchors. If the wind is light, you toss out one bag. If it's pretty breezy, you toss out two. They basically act like an underwater parachute, slowing down your drift, and they bag out like that. So you begin by tossing your jig out ahead of your drift. So I wanted to do a little bit of discussion about fishing off of the sonar, because it's pretty integral to the entire approach to jig fishing for Lakers. So this is a split screen. This side of the screen shows from the top all the way down to the bottom. And this screen just shows the bottom 20 feet or so. Now that line is the bottom there, and currently we have a blank screen. So here we're just starting to see the jig dropping. It's getting under the boat. And now it's starting to show up on this side of the screen because it's close to the bottom. We like to be able to see our jig as it lands on the bottom because you want to see if a fish has swum over to meet it on the bottom. Over here we see a fish that's 40 feet down. I'm not sure what that is. It could be a chinook, could be a steelhead, I don't know. And I've been jigging to those ones halfway down and they just won't even look at it, so I don't know what they are, and they're not going to bite. I guess it'll be a mystery. Okay, that right there is a streak from a fish that came up to see the jig. See that little bump on the bottom? That's another fish that's down there to look at my jig. So I might catch one here. I'm going to leave it down there. But dropping and cranking and bouncing on the bottom is all part of the technique. So that's a fish right there. And here's my jig coming down to meet the fish. And I want to see that fish blip respond to my jig, just to let me know it's interested in it. I can't quite tell right now, but at least I know down there the fish in the neighborhood. That big blip right there, that's a fish that's somewhere near my jig. It's probably looking at it. Sometimes look is all they do. But that just, see, that's the fun of vertical jigging with a sonar, is just maintains your level of intrigue. Those are fish lying right flush on the bottom. So you're you know, even if you're not getting bit, you're just poised and ready for something to happen. Got one on the ground looking at it. Oh, how about that? Oh, yeah. This feels like a big one too. Wow. Nice. They're kind of in a bitey mood today. Got my net at the ready this time. fighting this fish and I'm looking at the graph, seeing other fish down there. I'm like, oh, I don't want to drift away from them. Still pretty early. This might be a pretty good day. Taking a run. Lost a few yards just then. Oh, it came up. And that's something. I hate losing fish, don't you? At least I got to play with them for a while. There's another one. They're running a bit small today, but at least they're playing. When you find a good spot, on nearly every drop you'll have a fish getting under your jig like an outfielder getting under a fly ball. And when you're in a really good spot, you'll get 2 or more fish getting under your jig. Yeah. That's a good one. Battles like these, they can wear you out pretty good. You can feel the weight of this guy. Just about need a fighting chair for these. Now, this fight goes on for several more minutes, and if I were a good video editor, I would make cuts to shorten it up, but really, I make these videos for my own amusement, and on a cold winter night, I'm going to want to relive every minute of this fight. Well, he's got to be close to the top. look at you. Where are you? Oh, diving again. He's not giving up. Gotta keep him away from those drift bags. That's where he's going, straight for the drift bags. You can see my leader. Come on, baby. Oh, he's a nice one. Oh, yeah. I didn't have my net on my last trip. Boy, am I glad I have it now. Seem to have a pretty good hook in him. Oh, baby. Oh, what a nice fish. What a nice fish. Oh, boy. I am full worn out. Look at this guy. Oh, holy cow. Oh my goodness. Oh. I got me a Lake Ontario monster. Look at this thing. That's a 36-inch long lake trout.